Hello, everybody. I am Real Dawn Seeker, and this is a replay that I was given by Solandris, who wants to get better at Heroes of the Storm. So I'm just gonna watch him through. He's playing Samuro in this game. I just want to see what he does. This is my first time playing through. Apparently, he gets MVP. So he takes Way of the Blade as the first one.
Battle commencing in 10 seconds.
Yeah. I think that's probably the best thing to do as Samuro.
Now go and destroy your
Let's just
enemy.
keep an eye on him as best we can. So he's ending up with top lane with Zagara. Hidden in this brush here. Okay, so first thing on the starting position, we don't know where any of the enemies are. We know where, and this is what I'm thinking when I'm playing the game. We know where Butcher is. We've seen him go down into mid lane. We have no idea where anyone else is. So we know that Zagara has gone into this brush here, and has got vision on this brush. Okay. Samuro here should be moving, therefore, down to either check one of these two brushes, probably play it safe here, or make a move to head down. But you don't want to be lingering in this brush. It's really not providing anything for the game at all at this point. Okay, so now I got a better idea of who we're going up against. We know that Garrosh is in the top lane, Butcher is going to be down in mid, and Diablo's down at the bottom lane. We still don't know about Kael'thas, and we don't know about Raynor. Okay? So there's still those options there, but seeing as it's 2v1, what I would probably do here, from this position, again, he should probably have pushed up to this position so he's in a better position, or even this position knowing that he's not got anyone in there, go in through stealth and start applying a little bit of pressure to Garrosh, seeing as we can't see anyone, but whilst being ready to get the fuck out. Okay, so he actually does what I say. He goes through the mid brush and he applies some pressure. Right, now this is important, okay? He's just forced Garrosh out of way, okay? So he's already won this lane from the early going. He's forced Garrosh to retreat. Garrosh is probably going to go back here, take this healing fountain. But what's more important is Jaina just got a pick on the Raynor. So we know that Raynor's going to be in mid lane, and we now know that Kael'thas and Diablo are down in bottom lane. This, unfortunately, means that our Artanis is going to be in a really rough spot going 1v2. But it should mean, especially given the fact that you're in lane with a Zagara here, that this should be pretty much free to take as early on. So in this sort of case scenario where we know where everyone is and we know that bottom lane is going to be in a lot of pressure, at this point, my ideal situation is to help push until we can push Garrosh out of lane totally, and then maybe rotate down bottom lane. So we've got a trade going in mid, but that's still going in our favor. That's good. So here's something interesting you can do with Samuro. You want to be using his clones towards the end of a wave to apply pressure onto these towers and onto whichever hero that you're going up against. Using it at the start really isn't going to be viable here because you've got a specialist in your lane. You've got someone who's going to be pushing the lane up pretty hard. You don't need that your clones to be sat there. So save your clones until probably about this point, because then your clones are going to go onto Garrosh and they're going to focus on these two towers, and it's going to help you push the lane a lot quicker. And again, down in bot lane, yes, Artanis is holding off okay. He's about to get locked up by Kael'thas and Diablo here, I think. But these towers are not going to last much longer if they get their shit together and Artanis, especially if Artanis goes down. So, if we'd have used it at this point, we could have forced Garrosh out of the way. Raynor comes up for a nice gank, but he fails it. Now, why this sort of stuff going away? I'm not entirely sure. There's not really a lot of danger here. The only real danger is that we can't see anyone else on the map, but we know 2 people are down in bot lane. Now, here's something interesting that you want to be aware of. ETC has just pinged that he's going down into bot lane. Jaina is also going down into bot lane. So here's a bit of a problem. Here's a bit of a sticky situation. 2 people have just rotated up to top lane. We only have knowledge of where 2 to 4 are. We know for certain these 2 are up in top lane. And we know that there should be 2 down in bot lane. Which leaves 1 in mid. If that one person is hanging around in mid, he'll be sponging a lot of experience from this minion wave that's coming up. So the best thing to do here would probably be to leave Zagara on his own and head down in mid. And that's what you want to be thinking about. Where are we not holding? Where are the rest of the team going? And how can I push to get the most advantage from my team? So, is he going to be trying to set up a gank from here is what I'm wondering. It would be bad to go into gank right now. Now would be better, but again, why are you retreating back here? I don't understand that. Too far away from any of the action. If you just stayed right here, he would have been in a better position. He could have possibly caught this Raynor out from the gank. Now we know that Garrosh just backed off. Okay. Altars are about to activate in 11 seconds time. But Butcher, I mean, we've just managed to take down Diablo, which is great. But Butcher, assuming that there's still 1 down here somewhere, I didn't quite notice. Butcher's in mid, we've got 2 in top, meaning we've got at least 1 in bot lane. They're still going to be sponging each of the lanes, so we really want to be actually pushing to keep this advantage, this slight advantage, especially given the fact that we're about to level up in hit 4.
Choose a talent.
Okay, that's good. I think with Samuro, it has to be more like an all or nothing, and I think deflection is generally better than that. Okay, that was a good sign there. Butcher was coming up. He could see that it was. He stealthed out. He got to a brush to safety. Especially, you don't want to be feeding Butcher at all. That was good, and it was good rotation down onto the objective. We also know that Garrosh is just going onto this altar here, and we've got a bit of a skirmish down in bot lane, so they can handle this. And assuming that Jaina and Zagara come up, this could go very, very bad. So if Samuro just hangs there, they've got the talent advantage. This could be a good gank. Okay, so why is that? Why the hesitation there? That should have been a all go in. Yes, Jaina didn't join in, but now he's got an issue. Because we knew that Garrosh was taking this one over here. Okay? He's now going to get flanked, and this is a 3v2. So, at this point, knowing that I can see both of these guys here, and I can see the Butcher here, and that we're just about to go and engage on him, my thoughts would be pop your clone, stealth up, and try and get Zagara out safely. Okay, so fortunately Jaina comes up and does a huge amount of work.
And it will not.
And this kind of irks me as well, right? Raynor and Garrosh. I would just rewind just a little bit. We'll seek back to that. Garrosh and Raynor are both pretty darn close after the Butcher goes down. He's just popped his E, so he's on low health. Right now, Samuro should be focusing on him. So what's happening with this here? As best as I'm aware, Garrosh does not have a direct taunt. So prioritization here could be better. Reynor's a priority target. He's going to be pumping out most of the damage. You've got this objective anyway. With Jaina coming up, you've got this objective, so you don't need to worry about Garrosh interfering with him. You are in prime position here to actually focus on the Raynor instead of the Garrosh.
I am lord of this realm, and it will not be stopped.
And again, there was no reason for you to back up here. You had assistants coming up to make sure that we got their altar. We got the altar. Should have possibly stayed on with the Raynor at that point, because your team would have been right behind you. And given that your crit strike is coming off cooldown very soon, your mirror image is coming off cooldown very soon, yeah, it would have been worth pushing up there. So playing a little bit more aggressively would have been good there.
I must retreat.
Doomed Gravekeeper.
So again, we got this problem. No one's in mid lane. No one's sponging the lane. 3 up top, 1 down bottom, and a Zagara who's probably heading down bottom. This, however, is good. If he's doing what I think he's doing, that's good. He is, yeah. This is the best time to use these clones in this situation, right? You're all alone in lane. You don't know when anyone's going to come back. You need to sponge this lane. You need to keep this experience advantage. So you need to hang in this lane. And Butcher's in a really bad position. Again, a little bit more aggression, especially with everything off cooldown here, can be really good. Instead of just, like, giving it to him. Now, at this point, popping that's a bad idea. Okay? Because Butcher's just started to head off. So there's no real reason for you to pop your clones if you don't need to wave clear that quick. And now with everything on cooldown, if Butcher did go in, then you'd be out of problem.
Choose a talent.
Okay, so a bit of a problem here. I think he's going to this team fight here, but this team fight here is pretty much secured. What he could have done is helped out Zagara with this camp here. Okay? Samuro is great at clearing camps. Also, if you notice, he pushed up, he decided to make a move when the minions were about here. That's not great. If Butcher is still around here, he's going to push out this minion wave, and it's going to deprive of experience. So in this case, if he's going for the kill, that's not the smart thing to do. Now, this is just a bit of a clusterfuck, okay? Diablo's going back. Zagara's still up here. If you'd have taken this camp with Zagara, then that would have freed up Zagara to either return to mid and get all of this experience that's happening here, rotate top, get all this experience that's happening here, or join down in this now bursting team fight here. You have pretty much everything off cooldown. Mirror image is coming off cooldown in a second, and Butcher's just hard engaged. So even though this is now a 3v2, Jaina's still at risk. Jaina could potentially die from this. So you really need to turn around and do this. So Jaina's getting really rough. He's now turned around. He's taken image strikes and increase critical strike damage. I wouldn't have personally gone for that one. Burning Blade would probably be better if you're playing a more kill-oriented playthrough. Otherwise, crit strikes having 2 charges is huge for clearing waves. I wouldn't have gone images increase critical strike damage. Not the way that I would use it, but okay. So that's good. He rotates around. He gets involved with the fight. Picks up a kill. Nice.
Justice is done.
And good job on at least protecting the Zagara there a little bit. Okay, now you want to engage.
Place.
Okay, so I think he predicted a little bit wrong there.
The time is now, heroes.
Okay, so down in bot lane, there was still a little bit of a skirmish going on. I want to rewind this about 20-ish seconds. Okay, so we get the kill on here. So now let's try and be aware of what's happening. So Diablo's back. And Kael'thas is unknown. A couple of strikes on Garrosh. We still don't know anything about bot lane. But his clones are still doing work, pushing up, which is good. Which is actually really good timing for the clones. Clones continue to do their work as you're rotating up. At this point, and this second of inactivity is where I would be sitting down and I would be deciding, what am I going to do here? Because there's lots of options that you can do in this situation. So we know that there is still a bit of a problem down in bot lane. Okay, Jen is still low. Artanis has just joined back in, but Jen is still low. We can either all in on the Garrosh, we can rotate down bot lane and continue this push, which has been pretty strong thus far, or we can rotate up to mid. But rotating up to mid right now, the enemy minion wave's about here. It's probably not going to be the best thing to do unless you can quickly clear it and then head up top lane, because top lane's going to be worth more for it. All in all, this isn't a great situation to be in. If I was Samuro at this point, I'd have to make a decision. What's more important, me pushing with the team or me getting this kill? And I would have thought rotating bottom would have been better. So at this point, Samuro's clone's still doing work. And I know that Samuro is pushing out onto Garrosh, and that's good. Even though there was a little bit of a problem with the positioning here. Okay? I just want to make sure what happens down in bot lane. Okay, so they're actually going in pretty good on this. Now, I want to clear this up here. Play it back, but let's just decrease the speed a little bit. Oh, well, we can't decrease the speed a little bit. So there's a positioning error there. Okay. I'll wind it back again. And I want to nail this because this is really important. Okay.
Slow it. Gotta retreat.
Apparently we can't slow down behind normal. Okay, so here. So, what's the benefit of this going to be doing? ETC is just power slided. What would you do? Well, personally, after he comes out of stun, I'd try and get in front of him. Yeah? And stay there. Okay? This is going to force him to turn around, and then maybe, just maybe, one of these team members who are down here might rotate up and take him down if he chooses to flee around this way. Otherwise, you want to be kind of positioning yourself where you are right now. But then you double back on yourself. That's not good. Okay? You want to keep around this area here. I think you realized that a little bit too late. Now Diablo down in bot lane is actually pushing hard onto the Jaina, but he's about to die. And Artanis just went too hard, and he's going to get fucked over by these guys. So knowing that bot lane is going to be pretty bad here, once you hear that, that's when you want to... Okay, your team has just fucked up somewhere. Okay, down at bot lane. So again, you have a choice. So this is perfect. Okay, this is a perfect example of thinking about where your team is on the minimap in relation to where you could be. So we've got Zagara, who's split push specialist, okay, who's coming up in the mid lane. The next thing, you've got ETC, who's probably going to linger around. Either he's going to rotate to mid, or he's going to rotate down bot lane to protect Jaina. Hopefully he's going to rotate down bot lane, because Jaina's health, she really needs to get back. And he might be able to hold off against these two. As Samuro, therefore, in this position, knowing that Artanis is dead, I would go top lane. Look at this minion wave that's coming up here. Okay, and judging by the enemy, our minion position, their enemy minions are going to be spawning down here. So you've not got a lot of time before you get up, but you can do it from mid lane. Mount up, get to this lane, take all of this experience here, and then soak the rest of it that comes up. Forget Garrosh at this point.
This red will be
So he wants to mount up.
alone.
He is rotating top. That's good. That is good. That's a very good choice.
Having trouble staying grounded.
Sadly, there's a team fight now going on. But by rotating to all of this experience, he's actually keeping his team ahead, even through that death. That's good. That's a good rotation. Okay. So again, the choice. What do you do here? You can go in mid and push this out with the minion waves that are coming in, or you can rotate down bot lane and try and pick a fight. Looking at the quick situation, that's not a fight I want to be a part of. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do much there as Samuro. Zagaro's back. It's probably best to continue pushing. That'll be going through my mind. Okay, he's opted to go for this fight. So he's stealthing in, he's hesitating, waiting for Artanis to get in position. Heading around the flank. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's decent positioning. But being in this position here, okay, is great if you know that your team's going to be pushing out. So in this position, you want to be now, being that you know, Butch has gone in, Diablo's out of position, you have no idea where anyone else is. I'm assuming they're probably about here. I'd start moving down and getting ready to go in. See, this is indecisive. This is not good. You're not really benefiting anyone here. In the last probably 10 seconds. Okay. More than that. Holy shit. So within the past 20 seconds? Let's see. Yep, so within the past 20 seconds, all of this that's happening in mid is just going to waste. Okay? 1 XP. Again, nothing. 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 All of this is now going to waste. And backing and forthing up here really isn't doing anything. Even if you were freaking here, then you'd be in a better position to pounce where you can do something. Being out of here is breaking one of the golden rules, and that's making sure that you're always thinking about what you can do in any given situation. So you're backing and forthing. That means you're either waiting for an opening or you're indecisive about your actions. If you're waiting for an opening, then you need to be closer than this. Again, you need to be roughly here to play any effective part in this upcoming battle. Okay, because Heroes of the Storm is a game of freaking seconds. So being here is going to really help you out in these team fights. Or even being down here, around the back. In fact, anywhere, like, in a wide circle around these guys, is a good place to be. Even if you don't actually have stealth, or, you know, even if you're not going to get involved in the team fight, it provides mental pressure. Okay, so, which may have turned this team fight immediately around on its head. Otherwise, all of this wave in middle is just going to waste. So has this now push in top lane. Okay, for whatever happens here, at this point, you could have countered or snowballed hard by rolling out and taking this down in top, or just holding down these experience. And maybe getting your way like another half bar, probably up to about there, towards 10. Being here is not good. And again, your team are continuing to fight. Jaina's going to die in a second, or should die in a second, in a situation that is practically, or it should be, 5-on-3. Jaina's dead. Jaina's not getting out of that. Okay, I stand corrected. Jaina got out of that. Very good play on that Jaina's part. Now you got a choice. Which way do you go? Well, Diablo's dead anyway. Or he should be dead. So you want to rotate right. Okay, that's good. Decent positioning there. Good engage. That should have happened about 20 seconds earlier. If that had happened 20 seconds earlier, you could have now rotated back to mid, got all of this juicy experience, continue pushing on. Right? Quickly on the decisions. You can't be just sat around in a bush. You need to be doing something. Every second that you waste is experience that you're losing.
Kill. Killing spree. Talent.
Okay, cool. You're going up to mid. That's good.
Do get ready.
That's a good rotation. And that's a good cloak. To buy time for your minion, that's good. And yes, Blade Storm. I would have picked Blade Storm every single day. So your team's got a huge advantage there. Altar about to come up.
Now.
Good positioning on the Diablo. Ult was a little bit late. Should have been using it at a lot earlier, or not at all. Especially with a long cooldown like that. But good on taking the camp.
Your powers will be more.
It's a shame Jaina didn't join.
Like all the others.
Okay, so now you're caught in a bit of a predicament. Now, which way you run, if you even get a chance to run, is going to be huge. You want to run basically down this way. Towards bot lane. Okay, see, now this is why you should have run down a bot lane. Like I predicted, Jaina's in chase. You can now turn on him. Yes, your Windwalk's not up, but your clones are up. Okay? So you could turn on him now. And if you had that whirlwind, this would be an easy pick. Okay, so trapped here. Not looking like a good team fight. Just back out. Don't try and engage. Okay, good. Good escape. Good positioning. Seen that a couple of people went down here. That's good. Okay, so what's happening here? Team fight's just about to happen. Your team is so badly out of position here. Jaina is pretty much as good as dead. In this situation. It's 5-on-4. Zagaro's down in bot lane pushing. There's no one in top lane sponging. And both teams have their heroics. So in this case, this is not a fight you want to be picking. You want to back out. Samuro, maybe take this mercenary camp over here. Or rotate top lane and try and take this. Seeing as there are no altars. That's why you don't want to go on that fight. Again, Zagaro's down in bot lane. He's not going to be able to join you guys. It's a 5-on-4, and they've got the heroics. Yes, you have the level advantage, but you don't have a talent point advantage, and that is bigger than a level advantage. Okay? What that's just done is that's allowed these guys to pull back a huge amount, and possibly get both of these towers, maybe even the fort. ETC made a huge mistake there. He needs to back out. Jaina's playing it risky here. That was a silly engage by Diablo. Okay. So now Samuro's up. But he's still got this fight waging on here. It's about to be 3-on-1. This is good. Heading up top, just going, you know what? This is lost. Understanding that this is lost at this point and heading up top is pretty much the correct thing to do, if not trying to reclaim this shortly thereafter. This is not the right thing to do. Going into a battle that is not going to go in your favor. Or shouldn't go in your favor. If Kael'thas... Okay, Kael'thas is low on mana, but even if he pushes up in AAs, it's still going to be... It's still going to be 3-on-1. You did good. They shouldn't have retreated there. They should probably have pushed up.
I fought better.
Okay, that's not a bad one. Mirrored Steel is not bad. I would have preferred Shikuchi. Just for that little bit of a teleport. Teleporting a short distance is huge. And again, a little bit of hesitation there, not good.
Be swift.
Not
heroes.
bad use of the mirror image.
Let the great
To allow it
heroes
to
triumph
assist with the
the
push.
altars
Could have been
before
better.
You.
So team fight's happening down in bottom. Zagara's just taking down Kalfas. So here's something else that you want to bear in mind, okay? Altars are spawning, okay? I don't need this altar down here. But they've already got that altar, okay? They've already won this team fight, yeah? That's something, as soon as you've seen, boom, boom, at this point, engaging onto the Raynor is not going to be good. They've got this tower anyway. They've made a collective effort. You could push mid, you could push top, you could take this mercenary camp, you could take this mercenary camp, you could even go top, take this mercenary camp, and then by the time that their wave is pushed up, then you could get some more experience. Pushing down here is not the best idea at this point.
Very impressive.
Let the gravekeeper know.
So it's all about thinking optimally. What your team is doing in relation to what you're doing. Are they succeeding in it? Can I help? What else could I be doing? This is huge. What else could I be doing at this point in the game to make it a win more condition? And taking this camp is 100% the correct thing to do. Okay, so now I'd rotate mid.
We live by the blade.
Or this camp, that's fine. Depending on how quick you can clear it. That's not particularly worrisome. What is particularly worrisome is now that there's a team fight going down at bottom. Or not so much a team fight, more like a four-man gang. Can you do anything about this? Probably yes. ETC's rotated top, we know Butcher's up top, so you could potentially turn this around.
We live by the blade.
Okay. So good decision at this point, cutting your losses. I don't think this is a bad call. I think Jenna should get out of there, and I think you should stay mid. Not sure why you're going up here. There is a huge minion wave in mid. That could possibly push you up to about here on the experience bracket. Yes, ETC's having a hard time with Butcher, but I still think staying mid would have been the better decision. And this, again, this indecisiveness. What should I do? Where should I go? Make a decision and stick with it. If you're going to get, by now, you would be in top lane, pretty much. Or you'd be mid-clearing this way. Hanging around to this middle ground here really doesn't benefit you at all. Make a decision and stick with it. This indecisiveness has cost you this is the third time that it's cost you in this game. And you could really be doing something more efficient with your time. Okay, so ETC's just gone in. I'm not sure this is a smart decision by the ETC. You're too far away to really help. My mentality, when someone goes in like this, if we can get the kill, great. But realistically, this Butcher should be able to get away. Just walking away. He's just used his stage dive, which an ETC with a stage dive anyway. Butcher could not take this guy down because he hasn't got enough mana, but he can easily get away. He should be easy to get away. You can't really help here, so I would just leave ETC to it. Continue with this wave. Maybe then take this siege camp up here, or rotate down a mid again, because there's a huge minion wave here, and they have put pressure on this tower before. Okay, I'm surprised Butcher didn't manage to get away. But fair play to him. Fair play to you in the ETC. Again, there's this huge minion wave down in mid. I hope ETC is going to rotate to it. Because that feels really bad to miss out on the XP. So he's not rotating, you are rotating. That's good. You can clear this wave. Now that you're in range of the XP, good. Good use of the coins in this case. No one in there, you need to hurry up and push there. Push out this wave. And then head up to help out Jaina, who's up here. That's good. Wrong target, but good.
Take the old days and put an end.
Correct target, and now you're gonna reap the benefits.
Way to go.
Harsh Winds is correct here. If ETC had Mosh Pit, then you should probably be using Merciless Strikes, but Harsh Winds is the correct thing to do. What I don't like is the fact now you're rotating with this mercenary camp here rather than taking this objective. Because no one's on this objective and we only have knowledge of one person's position. Okay? So in this case, take this objective. And then maybe take this camp top and then take this fort here. That would be my stitch. I don't feel like this camp is going to benefit you a whole heck of a lot. Again, this is what I was on about with your win condition, okay? They've got 5 health left. You are doing 5 times damage. You could have ended this game right here just by taking this objective. It's unnecessarily stalling out the game. Don't need to take the boss, just take on that objective. Why are people walking right past it? And again, indecisiveness. What's happening here? I missed this fight over here. I'm not sure if this replay is bugged. If this has indeed been grabbed, I want to actually backtrack this a little bit, just so that I can see when it spawns if anyone actually takes this objective. Once this is finished seeking and finding its correct position. There we go. So yeah, it looks to me... I didn't go back far enough. Let's go to 1147.
Strike for that.
Okay. So, altars are now activating.
Once more.
All too secret, baby.
This objective is up.
Someone's been practicing.
This objective is still up.
I am
This objective is still up. This objective is still up. A long time after you actually needed it. Again, it's unnecessarily stalling out the game. Your win condition right now is here, and why everyone is ignoring this is beyond me. This is why I think it might be a glitch. Otherwise, if that is a glitch and this is not correct, and this is not actually spawned, which I think it must be, to have everyone walk past this, then boss is your win condition. You get a good pick on Kel'Thas. If his Phoenix was up, that could have been really difficult for you to take this boss. Would have provided a lot of additional pressure. Now see, again, clearly this is not glitched because Diablo is taking it right from under your nose. You could have won this game. But now, Forts are respawning in their favor. You're not going to. You've unnecessarily stalled out the game. You've not played to your win condition. A good 2 minutes you had to get this. And instead, you've gone for fight and you've gone for boss. And I'm not sure why.
You've lost this one, Raven Lord. It will not be your last.
So you've got one left. You can't really do anything at this point. Going to top lane is correct. Rotating down to deal with this fight is good. You're going to guarantee the kill on Diablo. Good positioning. Good. I just want to point this out. Brilliant positioning. Staying where Diablo is going to retreat to is really strong positioning.
Still a few tricks up my sleeves.
Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battleground.
So your win condition is now changed. You take this tower, you take this camp, and you just keep on pushing as hard as you can. That's all you can really do.
What? I mean, I knew I could do that. I'm open to my tunnel as well.
Okay, so team fight going on down here. Yeah, you can easily take this guy. But again, because Zagara should have been able to just solo that, you probably could have been better off doing something else. Good kill.
Mayhem.
Good rotation down to bottom lane to take this experience. Okay, so now we want to pause. Because here's something that is interesting. Garrosh and Diablo are both going in on ETC and Zagara, and we know that Kael'thas was last seen around here. It could very well be that he's gone back to base, quickly healed up, and then come down. These two are in danger. You could turn the tide on this fight, but I think what you're doing here, staying down in this lane, is correct, especially with this top tower about to go down anyway. I called it. It's happened. Kael'thas come back from base. Zagara's going to get screwed. This could be a dangerous situation if you weren't so far into the late game and you're pretty much guaranteed a victory at this point. This is a dangerous situation that you want to avoid.
This upside down?
So you're responding to that threat. That's good if your guys can stay alive. But now, your guys have just proven that they can't stay alive, and you're now walking into a 3-on-2. You've got no support from anyone else. Jaina's dead. Zagara is dead. Artanis is dead. It is 2v3 here. If you're going to do this, you need to nuke down Kael'thas, nuke down Garrosh as best as you can, maybe pop in your ulti, and then move on to the Diablo. So good focus, good targeting there.
Knock 'em dead.
Prepare yourselves, heroes. The altars rise.
See, if you had your little dash ability here, your little blink, this could have probably gone better for you. That's why I say that picking this... where was it? Doop-a-doop-doop-doo. Picking Shikuchi would have actually really benefited you here. Especially because it seems like you're building into Windwalk. This is just an this talent, even though it's providing you better camp clear and better wave clear, for what you're playing as... No, I would have still picked Shikuchi.
Lay claim to the altars.
Okay, so here's another little issue. Your win condition. Garrosh is taking one. These guys are gonna take the other. What do you do in this situation here?
Show the Raven Lord the extent of my power!
Also, I'm not sure why it's now. It's now not liking me actually looking at you, but oh well, never mind, we'll go with this. So I'm assuming at this point you're taking this mercenary camp here. Actually, let's try and fix this. Okay. So we're gonna go back. We'll edit this out. So again, I'm really not sure why you did searching that. It's okay. You get a good kill.
It takes more than that to keep me.
Prepare yourselves, heroes.
You rotate down. You kill the Diablo. No, you don't quite get the kill on the Diablo. Sorry. Again, this is where I think Shikuchi would have really helped you out.
Lay claim to yours.
Okay, and again, win condition. Garrosh is taking one. These guys are making a move to take this one. Artanis is not going to be able to take this. He's not been performing very well all this game. You need to get up there and finish this game.
You will fall, Raven Lord. This is the way of the Nexus.
Also, what I do want to point out is you're not actually making the most out of harsh winds. What you're doing is you're stealthing, and then you are using your clone ability. What you should be doing is stealthing, attacking, and then using your cloning ability. I don't think you're getting that additional attack damage from stealth.
Death to all who serve the Gravekeeper.
And again, what is this actually benefiting? How is this actually benefiting your team right now? Your win condition's up here. You need to be playing towards that at all times.
Never choose a talent.
You have the soul of a warrior.
Increase advancing strikes, effects, and duration.
Your world is upside down.
I mean, again, because you seem to be building into Windstrider, into your Windwalk ability, I would have gone Windstrider. You're using it a lot. You've used it a lot in this game. I would use that. If you're not going to use that, maybe Dance of Death. I wouldn't have gone for Blade Master's Pursuit, but oh well. So finally, you're going towards a win condition. Okay, you can easily take out this Kael'thas. He's zoning with his ult, but that's just going to buy time. That's all that's going to do. And with two of their guys down, there's no reason why you guys shouldn't be able to get this objective. This I like. This I like. I don't like Artanis' position here. Your position is actually really strong, okay? And this is an actually advanced positioning. When someone is taking the objective, you always take it from the safest side towards you, whilst everyone else who is not taking the objective zones out this area here, because that's where they're going to be trying to poke from. That's your danger zone. from this tower here up to here, that is your danger zone. Okay? You want to make sure that you are not behind this line when someone else is taking the objective. Okay? That line right there, you want to make sure that you're on the side. Brilliant positioning on this point, but this should have happened a long time ago. Okay, so that's what's stalled out because of the Diablo ult, but keeping the pressure on there's good. Zagara really didn't need to help you with that. And good in backing off.
You have done well, heroes. Not the Gravekeeper.
And there's the victory. So, a few things that I just... And this has been a completely live thing, I've been doing it often enough. A few things that you really want to do...
MVP.
Good job on that one. I do want to say, siege damage and XP contribution are absolutely huge in this game. Okay? They are the best two things, in my opinion, to be MVP for. In that respect, you did very good. That one death was a little bit of a shame, but what you can take away from this is quite simple. The first thing is you need to make sure that whatever decision you make, be that taking a mercenary camp, rotating to a lane, or taking a neutral objective, you just do it. Don't sort of do this, I'm not sure if I should go in, I'm not sure if I should go there. Just do it. This is the best way that you're going to learn. You're going to learn from your mistakes, you're going to realize what happened last time and why it didn't work out so well. But make sure that you go through with it, balls deep, and just absolutely go on through with it. The second thing, always play to your win condition. I'm not going to let go that objective stood up there for 2 minutes, and you could have won, and none of your team took it. Now that's not just your fault, but you need to look for these things. You need, as a better player, to look at it and go, what is my win condition, and how can I get towards it? Your win condition at that point was, we have 5 towers. We can get this, and we can just win the game right now. It was unnecessarily stalled out, and that's where comebacks are a real thing. When both teams hit level 20, it's even playing field. The levels that are after that are not as significant as you would think. So, playing towards your win condition is absolutely huge. And the third thing is prioritizing what is going to be best and why. You took mercenary camps, most of them you took at a good time. There were a couple that you didn't take at the right time. You could have rotated to a lane. You probably should have done. That was going to contribute more XP. You probably could have been at about 33%, 35% XP contribution in that game. And the other thing is that you are Samuro. You can clear these mercenary camps a lot quicker. And yeah, your build needs a little bit of work. There are some things which to me just didn't quite make sense, and I didn't quite see what you were going for with that build. But the good news is it's nothing that you can't do. It's nothing that you can't get into the habit of doing. Make sure that your decisions are clear and you go with it. Always play to your win condition. And think about where you're rotating to. That's my advice for this little clip. I will upload this to YouTube and I will send it to you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And boosh.